Hello and welcome everyone. This is Ragnarok here with part 11 of my Warhammer 2 Balthasar Gelt campaign on legendary difficulty. Alright, so I didn't post the message this time that I would be there, or sorry, the notification that I would be streaming tonight on DLive. I mean, I know I probably should, but the previous two times that I posted the message, the first time 10 views, second time 9 views within the time of the stream, and no one really showed up, well, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. I mean, I should post it just in case to give you guys the option to come by, but I think it's probably more important that I figure out a time when I'm consistently gonna be here and then commit to that time so that you guys can plan ahead if you want to see me play live. Yeah, that's essentially it. So I'm gonna work towards doing that. And the other thing is I just don't like putting up unnecessary videos or extra videos if I can avoid it. I don't think YouTube likes it when you're posting videos and taking them down and things like that. So in any case, yeah, well, we played ahead a fair bit, and we're gonna continue to do so and pick up right where we left off. So yeah, all right, yeah, start rambling on and on. Why don't we just get right back into this thing? So we defeated Nuln. Very smooth war. Everything really pretty much went according to plan. Couple things that we want to do here. So I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the toll roads here. And I don't actually think we need this. It does allow us to recruit the handgunners. I don't think I'm going to be recruiting handgunners, at least not right away. Maybe later on we might use some handgunners, but I think the huntsmen are perfectly fine. And, you know, you can make the argument that they could potentially be better than the handguns. Now, do we need the Shrine of Sigmar here right now? This is going to be our base of operations now. Our recruitment center, I think. Weisenberg. It's very, pretty close to the capital. Averheim. Thing is, we leave the barracks. I guess we could leave the barracks. Because this does give us additional recruitment of Empire captains.
I am ready. Are you?
But my intentions are to rebuild this province into an area where we can do the majority of our recruitment. At least that's what I'm thinking. Though I guess we could just use this as the area to recruit the great swords. This could be the area to recruit our artillery. And then we could just boost up the economic buildings here. That is an option. Let me take a look at what we've got here. We do need to build an academy at some point. So we're gonna have to build walls. And if we build the barracks here, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily hurt things to have a couple of places where we can recruit great swords. Wouldn't be the end of the world. And we'll also want to get Wizard's Tower here as well. do like building roads as well. They're cheap, and the bonuses that they give are pretty good. The additional campaign movement is pretty sweet. The income from all buildings in the region is not bad as well, but essentially I like building them for the additional campaign movement. It allows you to traverse your empire very, very quickly. Anyway, I should probably thought about this. I guess we'll leave this like this for now.
The Empire.
Should probably given this more thought before I loaded up the campaign. Let's give you the Ruby Ring of Ruin. Actually, yeah, we'll give that to you. Gelt, that wouldn't be bad for Gelt, but I like having a little bit. It's not bad having a little bit more missile resistance for Gelt right now. He's taking a little bit of fire. We usually have him in harm's way. Give you Foe Seeker, good sir, Mr. Grunwald. Also, the other thing is, I'm not sure that I'm going to do a long recording today. It might just be an episode or two, or sorry, a long stream. That's what I meant to say. So, may just be 1 or 2 episodes and then call it a night, because I am starting a little bit later than usual. It's 3 a.m. Eastern time, which is kind of late. Alright, we should get that honest steel. So let's work towards that. Yeah, should be good. We definitely want to unlock that. I really in between metal shifting or the honest steel, but the honest steel is going to make the army that much better, whereas the other one is just going to weaken our enemies slightly. I'm not sure what I'm going to build here. I guess we could put a tavern, the armory there. Maybe we'll put the armory there, or sorry, blacksmith to begin with. Ooh, son of a bitch. You know what? Iron smelter. Maybe we'll just go full on economy here. Economy and artillery. I think that makes sense. And then Averheim will be our recruitment area for great swords. I think that makes sense. And in that vein, we want to get these defenses up here. Important to defend our only infantry recruitment area. Alright, what was I going to do with Flint? What was I going to do? What's the public order like here? -3. Steingart, we're full there. Let's get the defenses going here as well. Already we've got everything leveled up here as good as possible.
What do you require?
Thor is out here on his own.
Direct me.
Flint. Alright. I think it's prudent we get these agents over here where they can get a little bit of work done in Vampire Country and just keep them ready for when the inevitable war with the vampires begins. Can consider getting a second army. We technically can't. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to afford a second army just yet. At least not a permanent one. We'll just continue using generals with cheap troops to bolster our defenses in these areas. But everything's looking pretty solid, pretty well defended. We definitely want to get this upgraded next turn as well, I think. So we're going to be spending money here though, so we're probably not going to be able to afford that straight off the bat. Might have to stick around in Nuln for a little while. Take a look what we've got here. Empire.
Be at peace, for that is all. On it.
Alright, take the military access. You're gonna give us trade too. Alright. Getting close to getting trade with old Franzi here.
Onward!
See if we can get
Now then, manlet.
non-aggression with any of these blokes.
What?
Greetings. We may not be.
Sigmar's
Alright,
will.
good, good.
Yes. Surely an agreement will be. No.
Nope.
The Empire.
Surely an agreement will be reached.
King, were it not for the kind heart of the Lady Ariel, preposterous.
Alright, I think
So,
that is gonna
why
be it
talk to
for
you?
agreements for now. I'm gonna try and get this built up a little bit more because, well, our imperial authority is crumbling. It's having a really detrimental effect on our taxes, growth, public order, and leadership. So, definitely
Summon me.
want to get that straightened away. So, probably good to keep some of this in reserve in case one of those events pops up where we can actually increase our imperial authority. Alright, what do we got here? Where's Vlad? Or, sorry, Manfred. There he is there. What are we looking at? His army is not that great. Definitely think we can take that on with Gelt. What level is Manfred? Level 8. So we're not that far ahead of him as far as levels are. Well, 21, I guess. That is a bit. It's not too bad. Should be in full strength by the time we get over here. Yeah, we should be able to pretty easily. Ooh, there's some nasty stuff in there. But our hunters, they're gonna huntsmen are gonna take those down pretty easily, I think. Anyway, what I might do when we do make the attack on the vampires, recruit a second army of spears, just to back up. Gelt, just to give us a little bit better chances. All right, I think that's it for this turn. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do.
By the comet.
Commandment available. Characters, military presence, buildings, technology. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a public order building here for sure, I think. Be quite a while before the growth. I think we just go public order for now. Alright, let's hit the end turn. And see what happens here in Sword of Justice. I can't remember where exactly we left off last time, to be honest. What was happening? Oh, right. There's Schwarzhelm and Helborg are both heading back to Averheim, which is descended into chaos. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Oh, where are you going, bud? Helborg and the Reichsguard were up to the west gate of the city. It was open. Guards had long gone. The courtyard beyond, normally bustling with traders and cattle merchants, was deserted. The handsome buildings flanking the opening space stood empty, their rich owners having fled the fighting soon after it had gone out of control. The elegant glass windows had been smashed and the interiors looted. It was a scene of desolation. As the marshal rode under the parapet, the few scavengers looked up, eyes wide with fright. They darted into the shadows like rats, their rags fluttering behind them. Helborg stopped. On either side of him, the front rank of the knights formed up. Their visors were down, and their swords were drawn. There were few more formidable sights in the Empire then a whole company of Reiksguard in full battle gear. They looked grim and deadly. The noonday sun flashed from the polished armor and naked blades. The horses stamped in the heat, impatient to move on. Still, Helborg paused. Scar drew alongside him. Where now? Helborg inclined his head, listening. There's fighting, I can hear it. This thing must be ended quickly. We'll make an example of them, as you command. Tell the men to kill on sight. I don't care which faction they belong to. Alright. Very, very scary stuff. The Reiksguard have arrived and are looking very, very formidable. Outbringer's Wrath. Boris may one day become a great ally one day. For now, he resents the duly elected Emperor's ascension to the throne. Never a patient man or one to hide his fury, he will be difficult to appease. Fucking Boris Toddbringer. I have yet to play a campaign as the Empire where I've actually allied with Boris or been able to confederate with him. Ooh, I think this actually might be pretty sweet. And this probably is one that we'll want to do as well. Though, son of a bitch, that'll be pretty much all of our income for the term. What does this cost? 2,500. Get the defenses built. I think I'm actually going to demolish this. So I want to get the Wizard's Conclave built, and I also want to put the Public Order in here. Over here. What did I say? Son of a bitch. What the... Oh, is it Nuln that has the resource? The hell? It says there's iron here. But, oh, okay, there it is. 750, and then, yeah, we still have enough to do this research. The +1 public order will be helpful. And... the diplomatic relations will be good as well. And I'm thinking that we hit this just before we make the attack on the vampires. Start saving up for that. And then in this slot we'll put the tap room. I think it's the plan.
I am the Supreme Patriarch. I am innocent.
I'm gonna park you into Weisenberg for now. Just keep you here to keep the public order a little bit under control. Guess we could let this revolt. Ooh, shit.
By the comet.
Damn it. Alright. God. Oh, we shouldn't even be taxing this province. It's making no money. Wow. I mean, for obvious reasons. Anyway, that's alright. That's quite alright. But 76 is more than nothing.
Yes.
And defenses are fine. And Gelt will be there shortly as well. And the rebellion will build up
Is it
a
time?
little bit.
Moving off.
Let
What?
us begin.
Give us a little bit more income dealing with the rebellion and a little bit more experience before we actually go ahead and take on old Manfred over here.
No
gates will open.
And it'll give Geralt a little bit of time to level up as well. Good stuff. All right.
Yes. Be at peace, for that is... I don't agree with that.
Hoping that we can get the trade next turn.
Knowledge is power.
With Mr. Empire there. What of Lord Schwarzhelm? If he makes an appearance, then we'll worry about him. Until then, assume we're the Imperial authority here. With that, he drew his swords. The Klingreach glittered in the sunlight. The runes on its surface blazed as if lit from within. Once again, the Soland Runefang had been called on. For a blade that had cleaved the armor of Chaos Warlords and Vampire Counts apart, it felt almost churlish to draw it in such circumstances. But Averheim needed to be cowed. If insurrection was tolerated anywhere, it would soon spread like a cancer across the whole empire. Whatever Schwarzhelm had tried in order to stem it, he had failed. Helburg would not repeat those mistakes. Reiksguard, he roared, pointing the sword straight ahead, to battle. After a resounding shout of acclamation, the knights kicked their steeds into action. With a thunder of hooves on stone, the company rode from the courtyard and into the interior of the city. Groslig's scattered warbands were being drawn together on the east bank of the river. Hundreds of men had been assembled, and more were arriving at every moment. Above them all, the vast bulk of the Averberg towered over the preparations. Leitdorf had been found. Everything else could be forgotten. Once they had the renegade in their hands, dead or alive, then it would be over. Verstolin pushed his way through the throng towards Groslik. When he found him, the man already looked flushed with the prospect of impending victory. "You joining us?" asked Groslik, buckling the last of his armor with the help of his squire and preparing to mount his horse. Ooh la la. I think we'll go with an extra feast stag. Get that public order sorted if we can. Alright, diplomatic relations. Emperor. That. Balance the public order and... Alright, good. Public order. Oh my good god, why does this keep... Oh my goodness. Our imperial authority is just falling to pieces, and I'm not sure exactly why, to be honest, but I will deal with that problem when the time comes, when the Civil War happens.
What brings you?
Which means it might not be the right time to deal with the vampires either. Either we move extremely quickly on the vampires, try and wipe them out, or just forget about them. How much is it? 7,500. Alright, in the meantime we'll build that. Oh, actually, and that. And then next turn we'll build the Wizard Conclave. It's not a huge hurry to get this going, but I am kind of keen to get it. Getting some more wizards would be nice. And I mean, unlocking that will give us the capacity for 3 wizards. Because, oh, son of a bitch. We've already got the Wizard's Conclave over here. Son of a bitch. Holy shit, we've got 6. Son of a bitch. Pick up a regal guy. Oh, we got a knowledgeable. Disciplined. The bright wizards are the ones that I like. Anyway,
I am ready. Are you?
Just thinking here. Civil War. All elector counts declare war on you? My goodness. Imperial authority is a measure of how the other elector counts within the empire view your faction. Low imperial authority will not cause you to lose the confidence of your subjects, but may eventually lead to other elector counts deciding to oust you. Political events, missions to elector counts destroyed. Political -6. Confederation -3. Declared war on elector counts -4. Oh. Well, now I know how this fucking works. Okay. Alright, got you. So, how many other elector counts are there? It's these guys.
I refuse.
These guys.
You summon me.
And you need to get over here. Oh, right.
To it.
I will
Those are
not
not.
obey.
Holy sweet mother, look at the fucking units they've got over here.
Ready.
I guess we could have kept that there. We don't. It's not really priority to get this going now. And just put this back in there, or we can go with the roads. Actually, all right. We'll just stick the roads in there because we don't. It'll. Reason being, it'll help the movement in this province, and this province is going to be our moneymaker, I believe. So, or at least for now, it's going to be our money maker. So, it might not be a bad idea to pick up. I don't think the Jade Wizards are overly great. It wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up another Disciplined. Wouldn't mind getting a Knowledgeable. They are pretty sweet. I'm not a huge fan of the Light Wizards. It's the only thing. I was thinking is get Dirk Brucket over here, and we'll send him to Nuln to increase the income. What else can we give you, sir? Send him over to Nuln.
Strong move.
That should help the income a little bit.
What?
It's our Winds of Magic Reserve. Not very high. Sure, another knowledgeable will pop up, but I'll just leave it for now.
So, sir?
Alright, public order's good over here. Public order's balanced here for the moment. And it's actually improving here. To deal with the rebellion next turn, though this is going to be a little bit more difficult rebellion to deal with.
Let us forge our fate.
Alright, research available. Let's go assembly line, it's only 3 turns. Might want to actually get this. Let's go for this. Try and prevent this. Civil War if we can. Though I don't think it actually. Minus 10. Close. I don't think it actually increases our imperial authority. Fealty threshold. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go assembly line. Perhaps someone worried about this. Groslick gave him a weary look. Counselor, your advice has been invaluable. But do you not think your fears have been allayed now? Leitdorf is finished. Even his own men no longer obey him. You know what I fear. The great enemy always looks weaker than it is. We've caught them too soon, insisted Groslick, donning his open face helmet and smiling confidently. We haven't had time to respond. That's your doing, Peter. You should be proud. Verstholen wasn't consoled. Ever since the encounter with the cultist, he'd been feeling like he'd missed something. How had he known his name? What dark purpose has been enacted here? Is Natasha with him? As the mention of her name, Groslick couldn't prevent his face twisting into a sneer of disgust. The witch? They never leave one another's side. If we kill one Leitdorf, we kill them both. I hope that's so. She has powers of her own. I've seen her servants. They are deadly. Then I'll go hunt her down myself. We need to ride. Euler has already gone ahead and with the vanguard to pin them down. Very well. I'll join you when I can. Be careful, Heinzmark. The enemy has subtle powers. Verena be with you, and Sigmar with you, Counselor. With that, Groslick dug his spurs into his steed's flanks, and the horse sprung forward. Behind him, the mounted troops followed suit. The mounted column clattered off towards the poor quarter, blades drawn and standards unfurled. For all their mixed livery, they were all an impressive sight. In the wake of the cavalry, Groslick's infantry companies struggled to keep up. They ran down the streets, their boots thudding on the stone. They looked eager, keen to be involved in the final struggle. Alright, really interesting point that Verstholen mentions there, and which is something that, if it's true, I don't think Creative Assembly has necessarily done a great job of implementing them into the game, but the great enemy, Chaos, always looks weaker than they appear, and in the game that hasn't really been reflected. Like, I don't know, they're just very simplistic the way they've been put into the game. Though, I guess, to be fair, Chaos is going to be the big focus of Warhammer 3, or at least that's the assumption anyway. Which, I mean, I don't know how that wouldn't be, but yeah, anyway, just something that not that I'm, you know, necessarily a expert on Warhammer lore or anything to that, for that matter, but to that effect, that is. But just something to think about.
I will do this. I'll ignore that.
Oh man,
Do
14
not
units.
waste my
Yeah,
potential.
this is going to be actually a little tougher than I'd like. Taking on fucking demigriffs and right, yeah, look at this shit. Rocket launchers, fucking demigriffs, great swords, handgunners. My goodness, it's quite the little rebellion here. We'll have Gelt deal with the artillery. Aside from the Hellstorms, they don't really have a lot of range. They've got their missile cavalry, but I don't think those will cause us too much trouble. Oh wait, we've got the handgunners too. Never mind. What am I saying? So I think we should be fine. It'll be interesting to see how the hunters perform against the demigriffs and the cavalry. They can take those down pretty quickly. And yeah, probably not a bad idea to turn the taxes off here after this. This is a good place to set up if fucking artillery wasn't in range of us right off the bat. Exactly the case. So I want to position out of the range of the artillery. Actually, even tempted to go back there, but do that.
Our weapons are yours.
A little bit more. Set up our cube formation.
Great swords.
Alright, that looks good. Pull
The Empire
you
endures.
guys back a little bit. Got a little bit more room.
For Heldenhammer. Great swords.
Sorry guys, I just want to make sure we've got a nice tight formation. Especially since we're facing these distance of cavalry. And don't want to have to manage the micro too much. While stand there for now.
Lord of Metal,
Come around there, so
for Heldenhammer!
Ready. For the comet. Ready. Great swords.
At speed! I am master of Shamon. Feel my iron.
come on.
Ulrich Stroth on deck! Take position!
It's not going to be easy dodging those.
Armor melts. No
The rockets are one thing.
I
Let's move back a little bit.
By my will alone. They'll never move again. Quick march! We are Sigmar's heirs. Haste gold magic. The Empire endures. Moving faster. War!
It's a bit dangerous
I am
marching in like
master of
this,
Shabbat.
especially with those demi-drifts right beside nearby.
Prepare for combat!
Sending this guy.
To battle!
Alright. Out of there. Oh, nice. Thank you very much for that.
Moving now! Take the ground! I am master of Shabbat. Fallen star! Feel my ire.
Damn it. Chance there.
Ulrich, wrath on
Almost got their artillery down. Ah, come on. If you went the other way, we got done so much more damage. Oh, shit. Ah, I should have shot it into there.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Let this build up a little bit before we drop another one of these.
For Helden
They seem perfectly content to let Geld kill their artillery by himself. Basically abandon them.
charge!
Ready! Moving now!
Better start moving back.
Ready for war! Battle awaits! Balthasar Gelt! Now!
In there, my man.
Haste gold magic!
Alright. Time for the huntsmen to really earn their keep.
Steady, man! At speed! Take aim! Take aim! Take the ground!
Oh, you know what? The armor
Ready for
doing a
war!
good job.
For the Emperor! Taking position!
Behind here.
Shoot!
But,
Mortar! Crank that machine!
take out those handgunners. Alright, Geld. Had enough fun on your own up there. Time to get back here. Basically, the rockets non-factor here.
At your service! Ready for war! Quick march! Great swords!
This is gonna be nasty.
For Heldenhammer! My orders stand! On my command! For France! We are
Bring
Sigmar's
another
heirs!
sword over there.
Prepare for
Oh, for
combat!
fuck's sake. Where are you guys going?
The target! Yes, sir! For skull splitter! Formation march!
Back here. Come on.
Ready for war! Great march! War! Great swords! Yes, sir! Ready! Take
Look at
it!
those outriders, please.
Ready for war! Moving now!
Pull you out of there. You're taking a lot of damage.
Moving now!
These guys are taking a ton of damage too.
Bow before me! They'll never move again.
Weapons at the ready! Charge! We
Fuck's
are
sake.
Sigmar's heirs! By God, Maras! By Ulrich's wrath! Mortar! By Ulrich's wrath!
Let's need to finish off those demigriffs.
Formation
They're
march!
really
At an order!
causing us some problems.
Moving now!
Yeah, I did not do a good job on this battle here. That's for sure. I think the formation was a little bit too tight.
Moving now! Shoot!
Anyway, I guess it could have gone worse, but could have definitely gone better. We're probably going to have to manually resolve the next fight with them as well. Yeah, this is pretty good quality freaking rebel force, that's for sure.
Pick up the pace.
I think it's dependent on quality of your
Let us begin. Ulrich's will.
settlements. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I'd like to auto-resolve this, but we might lose that unit. I mean, we are sitting in the province where we can recruit them. I do still want to get Gelt on the move. Position him to take on the vampires. If possible.
Marina, listen! Great swords! The Empire endures! Great swords! The Empire endures! Great swords!
You guys hide behind that rock. What is that? Alright, I'm gonna take this little bit of high ground here, and this ridge. Seems like it'll be extremely defensible. Just take advantage of this. That's good. You, sir. Stand right there. Gelt, go harass them. Oh. And there.
Listen up!
Helden hammer.
By Ulrich's wrath! Pick targets!
what I forgot to do. Guard mode last time.
Faster!
Maybe we should give Gelt the fireball.
They'll never move again.
They look like they want to move. There we go, that's woken them up a little bit.
We are Sigmar's heirs. Take the ground. To battle. Moving now. March. I am master of Shalom.
Ooh, it's lucky. Alright, should be it for the rocket battery.
Will alone.
Let's hold up on that for now.
Wrath on them. Lord of metal. At speed. Formation, march. Armor melts. The Empire endures. I am master of Shalom. Quick march.
Missiles ready, my Graf! We serve the Emperor!
Take position.
Alright, handgunners are running. Rocket batteries down. Demi-griffs aren't gonna last long.
No lingering.
Trying to get around, but there's no way they're gonna get around in time.
Go.
Sigmar commands! Yes, my lord!
Bow before me.
The Empire endures! Obey! Advance! Great swords! We are ready!
Just a little
Ready for war!
worried about these great swords over here.
Thy orders stand! The Empire endures! War!
They'll never move again.
Great swords! For Heldenhammer!
Run with the demi-griffs. Going for the artillery.
At speed!
Right away.
Formation! March!
There we go.
Great swords!
Alright, finish this guy off.
Charge!
We don't have to fight these guys again. No, I'm pretty sure an auto resolve at this point would give us a victory. Though defeating the same general twice in the same turn, I think actually kills him. Let's actually just test that out. Yeah, let's try and prevent a rebellion from happening here in this province again, because that was kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. Could have gone a lot worse, that's for sure. Alright, yeah, he's gone.
The nation calls. You summon me.
Level 22. Let's get that honest steel going. We got for armor on these guys right now 129. That's not bad at all.
The Empire.
Sigmar's ward.
Let us begin. Very well. I will do this.
Alright, let's pop you guys in here. For now. So what we want to do, we want to start working towards invasion of vampire country. I think. There. Deceptive, monster hunter, monster tracker, determined, aggressive, eagle. So what? So the disciplined guy.
What is your wish?
I'm gonna send him to this province
My will is bound.
because
Call from the heavens.
this trait should get the public order under control. I mean, we might as well give him boost income. Give him wound in case somebody shows up to cause some problems. Raise Grunwald door. Alright, I'm gonna take Grunwald's characters from him. It's really need them.
That is what I foresee.
It is time.
Yeah. And then we can give him something else potentially. Ambush success chance, okay. Alright, looks good. He can come over here to Karakurin. That'll more or less sort the public order there. We can stop worrying about rebellions. And I'm actually going to recruit another one of these. Where do you go? Noble. Noble guys.
I serve no master. The Light College approves.
Some tax collector wizards. None of that stuff is important for you. Oh, have them come over to Nottingham. Even though, I mean, we're not making crazy money over here, but there are a fair bit of resources here. And once we get it built up a little bit more, we should be able to make a decent amount of money there.
The winds blow strong.
Send them there.
So, that is
So
fortuitous.
let's rename you. Alright.
What is your wish?
Though at this
The
early
nation
stage, it
calls.
might actually be more expensive to have the additional wizards because of their upkeep. Upkeep is only one. Oh, that's right. All right, never mind. Upkeep's only 150. And then once we start giving them some of the various followers and items, we should be able to increase that a little bit as well. But we'll need the Joker just to manage public order a little bit while we're off invading the vampires.
What do you require? Yes,
We got
son
Flint
of Sigmar.
and Thor.
Sir?
Alright,
Seek
everything
out the
looks good.
heretics.
Damn, we used up all our
Moving off.
cash. We can't do an agent action on him.
They will be judged.
So I think probably what we'll do is go straight for Drakenhof. We could get rid of this right away. That would be fantastic, though. Yikes, that's a lot of
Yes.
meat for the grinder there.
I will alone.
Let me just see here. Winds of Magic. Alright, so it looks like there's a lot of Winds of Magic here in this province. The way that it tells us exactly how much it is. Anyway, that's okay. We're probably gonna need more troops than this to be able to take that. And we do have the archers, but better to go in with too much than not enough, that's for sure. Anyway, after this end turn, I think we're gonna end the episode. We should be a little bit over an hour. If my tabulations are right, and then stream-wise, we'll take a break and continue streaming for a little while longer. So, and yeah, that's just a reminder. If you guys want to watch ahead in the campaign, the streams are available on DLive for a whole week. After that, they get deleted. But yeah, anytime that you guys want to watch ahead, streams are there for you.
You stand before the supreme.
Oh, look at this shit. Clear war. Alright, so it looks like we're not going to get the jump on these guys. I think we're in okay shape to take them on. This might actually work in our favor because maybe they will move some of their forces away from Drakenhof and we can get in there. Right, anyway, so Verstholen watched them go. He was torn over whether to join them. It had been days since his message had been sent to Schwarzhelm. Had he received it? If he had, would he answer the request for aid? For all Verstholen knew, the Greenskins still controlled the east of the province. Battle was unpredictable, and the roads remained dangerous. They cannot handle this on their own, he breathed, talking to himself in his agitation. They haven't seen the horror in their midst. They need the Emperor's champion. He drew in a deep breath, mumbling like a madman would do nothing to bring Schwarzhelm back. Still plagued by doubts, Verstholen took a horse from one of Groslick's stable hands. He mounted quickly and drew his pistol from its holster. The time for running skirmishes in the streets was over. The forces had come together at last. Now, in earnest, the battle for Averheim had begun. The Elder of the Moot requests audience with the Emperor. He pleads that men be sent to their eastern border to secure it against neighboring Sylvania. Halflings are nervous about von Harstein intent. Grant the Halfling's request. We will definitely grant the Halfling's request. Plus 10 versus the vampires will be helpful coming up in the coming fights. Alright. Just hope that our defenses are ready for action.
What?
Do we have... Don't have military access with Stirland, unfortunately. So I'll have to come around this way. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end things here. War with the Vampires is next, and we're on the edge of civil war. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. We're definitely going to research the technology to increase our statistics against the our battle stats against the vampires, but things look pretty good. But this war with the vampires always a little bit shaky. We only have one army at the moment, but we've got really fortified cities over here in vampire country. So yeah, should be interesting. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 12.